Hi, Jacques working as a Christian pastor with one thought to help you do life well. I was one day speaking to a guy who worked at an abattoir who in passing remarked about something called a Judas sheep. When I asked him what he was talking about, he explained to me that one sheep was trained to walk all the way to the place where the sheep would be slaughtered, and all the other sheep would just mindlessly follow the sheep. Just before they would get to that place, this sheep would be diverted away from that room, and the rest of the sheep would just mindlessly walk in there and then end up being slaughtered. I was amazed to hear that it was called a Judas sheep. Judas being the poster child for any form of betrayal. If you are unfamiliar with what I'm referring to, Judas was a close friend and a follower of Jesus, but ended up leading the soldiers to where Jesus was praying and identified him to the soldiers with a kiss for the price of 30 pieces of silver. What is interesting about Judas's story was that he betrayed Jesus because of perfume. A woman broke a flask of very expensive oil over Jesus' head, and Judas objected, saying that this oil could have been sold and the money given to the poor. Turns out his protest was motivated by his desire to look after himself, because he used to skim money off the top for himself. And that brings me to the thought that I want to share with you today. Betrayal takes place in our hearts long before it happens in our actions. It begins slowly but surely, just gradually growing in our hearts, but we end up finding ourselves that we're never really committing our hearts, and as a result, one day what ends up living in our hearts gets displayed. It flows out in our actions, and people who thought that they could trust us, could count on us, end up being betrayed. So I want to encourage you today, look at your heart and see what lives there, because at some point, whatever lives inside there, it will come out. So take care of your heart. Do not allow the seeds of discontent or betrayal to grow there, but guard your heart with all diligence. I hope this thought helps you. I hope it encourages you, and I hope it helps you to avoid some of the painful situations of life. And I pray that you and I can meet up soon.